Do you know what the main issue in money is? Receiving. You know what the main issue in receiving is? Not judging you. You know what the main issue in not judging you is? Being willing to be the dynamic wizard you've always been that you have never been acknowledged for and instead been made wrong for. There's this energy that's flowing through everything that we know, but we don't know. Like we do know, but we think we need to conclude. We think we need to understand. You don't need to conclude or understand. In fact, you need, if anything, to stop concluding and stop understanding and allow it to flow through you. Will you, please? Just for you, just for fun. You don't have to tell anyone. It's energetic. It's a synthesis. It's about your being. That's all I know about it, really. I've explored it for 26 years, and that's my description. You're welcome. Sorry, I don't have any more words. But what happened was 26 years ago, I was a little chiropractor. I was this big. No, I was full size, I remember. Okay, I was full size. But this big. I was so tiny in what I knew. Like, in my whole life, I was like, And 26 years ago, I was at a place I literally was going to end my life. I was going to kill myself. And I was so happy about it, actually. It was the only thing that made me happy for years, thinking about bye-bye. Every time I thought about bye-bye, I was like, oh, yeah. But I literally made a commitment. Universe, you have 6 months. Either my life actually changes and I get happy, or I'm out of here. And a week later, I saw an ad for Access Consciousness that said, all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. And I was like, I fucking hate you. My life is pain, suffering, and glory. Go fuck yourself. I am not interested at all. So I threw the paper away so I could avoid this little ad. Comes out the next week, and that's the only thing I see in an entire paper. It's like 100 and some pages in Santa Barbara, this local paper. All of Access, all of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. So I called. Because I learned, if you love it or hate it, there's something there for you. And called, and I talked to this girl named Shannon. I'm like, what do you do? And she's like, we do all kinds of stuff. And one of the things we do is called the bars. And that might be a good place to start. And I'm like, okay, what does that do? She's like, well, worst that can happen is you feel like you had a good massage. Best, your whole life will change. And in my head, I'm going, my whole life better change or I'm killing myself. Okay, fine, what do I have to lose? She comes over to my chiropractic office. I lay down on my chiropractic table, which I hate, looking up at my chiropractic ceiling, which I hate, in a chiropractic room, which I hate, in an experience of life, which I'm hating. And she puts her hands on my head. And I feel this energy being like, oh. Okay. All right. Okay. And after about 10 minutes, there's this peace that goes through, but then there starts to be this liveliness, this giggling energy. And I start giggling inside, and I'm like, oh, baby. Oh, yeah. And I'm getting excited to be alive. In an hour and 15 minutes, I go from depressed and suicidal to grateful to be alive. That was 26 years ago. It is the reason I am still here, okay? Last 26 years have been an exploration. Well, a few months after that, after I'd done my first Access Foundation class, Gary Douglas, the founder of Access, who happened to be Shannon's stepdad, who happened to live in Santa Barbara, this tiny little town that is roughly the size of this room, he called for a session in my office. And I'm like, oh my God, the founder of Access coming for a session in my office. Yes. He comes in. The first thing we work on is money. Do you know what the main issue in money is? Receiving. You know what the main issue in receiving is? Not judging you. You know what the main issue in not judging you is? Being willing to be the dynamic wizard you've always been that you have never been acknowledged for and instead been made wrong for. So I have this session. I changed my life with the bars. Gary comes for a session in my office. Several months later, he walks in and I'm like, oh my God, my best brother from another mother. In the moment of meeting him, I was like, oh my God, let's just run off into the sunset together. Okay, let's go. I did not say that, however, because I was more sane at the time, unlike now. So he said, look, he came for a session in my chiropractic office, and he was like, the first 2 levels of what you do don't work on me. Please go straight to the 3rd level. The problem was I had no idea how to do the 3rd level. I couldn't even do the 1st and 2nd level right. How many of you have been involved in something, and no matter what, you can't do it right? Everybody's like, oh, you do it like this, and you put your hands here, and you put your fingers here, and do this with this light, and this thing, and this thing. Whether it's an energetic thing, or whether it's a mathematical thing, or a musical thing, or whatever thing. I basically went, look, I've just started studying that, so I'm not really sure I can do this. And he went, look, ask my body what it wants, follow the energy, you will know what to do. First person in my life that ever said to me, you will know. Literally, the first person in my life that ever said to me, I would know. And it had such a lightness to it. And I was like, okay. You know, and I've been doing access. I've been using these tools. I had this lightness. Bars literally saved my life and changed my life. I was like, okay, cool. I will know. There was this energy that was so friggin' beautiful. I lay him down on the table and I go to touch his body. Before I touch his body responds. He takes this big old breath all the way up through his spine and in and out. And I was like, wow, that was what's supposed to take 8 weeks. Occurred in 30 seconds. At which point I went, whoa, what's going on here? I kept going, and I was working mostly off of his body, which I'd never done before. And my hand is just doing things because it seems like the thing to do. And later I called this ESB, energetic synthesis of being. And I realized there's this energy that's flowing through everything that we know, but we don't know. Like we do know, but we think we need to conclude. We think we need to understand. You don't need to conclude or understand. In fact, you need, if anything, to stop concluding and stop understanding and allow it to flow through you. Will you, please? Just for you, just for fun. You don't have to tell anyone. I can help you open it more and 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 more, but mostly from being it myself and being like, hi, beautiful. Here we are, let's play. What if everything that you thought had to be work doesn't have to be? What if everything you've been trying to understand, trying to figure out, trying to get to? What if it's that you've been working too hard instead of not hard enough? We have a phrase in Access. All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. Feel free to reject that for as long as you might like. Okay? All of life comes to me with ease and joy and glory. Thank you. Exuberant expression and abundance. You follow your own line of energy, because I would much rather have you follow you in your line of energy than think you're supposed to follow mine, because the miracles that occur in your life occur when you follow you and your awareness and what you know that nobody else does. I would like to invite you to know that you are miraculous. Thank you. Do not follow me, follow you. You know what's true for you. Do not follow me, because I will lie to you. Not even on purpose necessarily, okay? But I'll say something that is true for me may not be true for you. That's fine. I'm not lying to you on purpose. Don't follow me, follow you. In fact, don't follow anybody. Follow you. And by the way, while you're at it, have more fun. Stop acting like you can't smile through every fucking moment of your life, because you can, if you choose to. Or you can choose to be limited by the people-y reality around you and act like your only job is to follow it and fit into it and be limited by it. Or you could tap into the dolphins. You can tap into the dolphins. You can tap into the whales. You can tap into the plants. You can tap into the ferns, the mountains, the oceans. Okay? Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. I don't know what I would do without you. Thank you. Okay? She gets it. So, basically, here's the deal. We can have way more fun.